Welcome to the weekly Mesonet Weather Report. I'm Wes Lee. September has been a month for the weather record books. It came in as the fourth warmest since record keeping began in 1895. This map shows you our average statewide temperatures for the month, coming in at 79.4 degrees Fahrenheit. When you compare that to the Mesonet long-term average, we see most days were 6 to 7 degrees Fahrenheit higher than the expected for this time of the year. Also, for several weeks now, you have heard me talk about the oppressively high dew point averages. This is a map of the average dew points for the month, running in the 60s and 70s for all but the Panhandle. When you compare that to the 15-year average, we see that they ran mostly 9 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit higher than expected. The good news is we are finally receiving the first cold front of the fall. Expected temperatures on October the 3rd show cool air entering the state. It will continue to move south and bring a much refreshing drier air with it as well. Gary is up now with a look at some long-range forecasts for temperature and rainfall.
Thanks, Wes, and good morning, everyone. I think we can all agree we were ready for September to get out of here. It was just plain nasty. Ended up as the fourth warmest on record, and that dates all the way back to 1895. Although it was really dry up in the northwest and parts of central Oklahoma, we did get some pretty decent rains across much of the state, especially down there in southwest Oklahoma, which really needed it, up in northeastern Oklahoma, and then down in far southeastern Oklahoma. Those rainfall amounts range from 11.6 inches down in McCurtain County to just barely a tenth of an inch up in Woodward County at Freedom. Now, relative to normal, that amounts to just above 10% for much of the area, up to 25% in northwest Oklahoma and out into the Panhandle. And also in central Oklahoma, we had that area below normal precipitation for September. But we also see those generous amounts across the southwestern quarter. That's the area that needed it the most. And then over in northeastern Oklahoma, north central Oklahoma, and then, of course, down in southeastern Oklahoma. So quite a mixed bag September for rainfall. Now let's take a look ahead at the October outlooks from the Climate Prediction Center. For temperatures, we see increased odds of above normal temperatures across the entire state, but especially across the southern two-thirds of the state. For precipitation, we see increased odds of above normal precipitation, generally across the northwestern third to a half of the state, but especially up in the far northwest and the Panhandle. Put those together and look at the drought outlook for October. We see drought expected to persist down in southwest Oklahoma, but expected to improve up in northwest Oklahoma and that little blotch up in the Panhandle. So it does look like we're going to get into a more fall-like pattern. All I can say is that we deserve it. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.